Hey, welcome back to Ultimate Affiliate Marketing. I'm your host, it's Paul Motley here. And today I'm coming to you from a hotel room in the middle of France as I make the, I would say, arduous journey from the UK to Spain. It's been a crazy 24 hours, I guess, literally almost this time when I left home. Me in the car with a bunch of stuff and the dog, which is sitting here right next to me right now, and it won't leave my side because he had some terrible experiences on the ferry. We went from a place called Plymouth, which is in the south, I'd say south, almost west of the UK, and got on the ferry last night at 10 o'clock. Had an overnight to a place called Roscoff, which is in the north of France, and then close to an 800-kilometer drive. So I'm pretty tired, yeah. But that's not the point of the podcast. It's just in case I happen to fall asleep while I'm doing it, right? So just being real with you there a second. I want to talk about how people get started in affiliate marketing. And what's interesting was I was actually listening to the audiobook of the Traffic Secrets from Russell Brunson last night, actually, while I was wandering around this almost completely empty ship in the middle of the night, crossing the channel between England and France. And he was touching upon different ways of getting traffic and different ways of doing it and all that sort of thing. And then about 20 minutes ago, I get a notification from Spencer Meekham about some of the mistakes that he's had with affiliate marketing. Obviously, he's done incredibly well, but he knows now if he started again, what would he do? And the point of it was that you should really be trying to build your own audience, your own list, if you like, because there are all different ways of getting traffic to your offers, yeah? So if you're an affiliate marketer, you want people to land on an offer, buy through your link, you get a commission, right? That's how the game works. But if you don't focus down on one particular traffic method, it's going to be majorly difficult to actually master them all. You can't do it. So everyone's advice, and mine included, is really just pick one traffic source and just go 110% with it. And what you find is that right now, there's certain things out there which, at this point of recording, that the algorithm is still there and people are crushing it with TikTok, for example. Now, personally, I haven't diversified into TikTok, mainly because I'm still trying to build on this podcast itself, doing this every day. It takes a chunk of time. It takes a lot of thought, a lot of processes that has to go in place to make sure that I still have time in my day to get this out every single day to you guys, right? So I felt that if I started to try and do something else, then it would just overload me and I wouldn't be consistent with it, and it wouldn't be, I wouldn't be honest with myself if I said I was going to try and do it. So that is one thing that you could be looking at right now, but I wanted to put a caveat on things, because every traffic source, and we've covered this before, if you're previous listening, you probably heard this before, but if you're brand new, I do these podcasts every day, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything, right? That's my call to action for you guys. And in the show notes, make sure you check the show notes as well, because there's always good stuff in there, right? You don't own any of that traffic. You don't own your profile on TikTok, YouTube, if you're running paid ads, Google ads, or Facebook ads, or even Facebook itself, or Pinterest, or Quora. All these things are owned by other people. You are renting space. Yeah, so if you're using paid ads, you're just renting space at the moment. If you're using organic methods, you're still in some term renting space on their platform. And at any point, things could go wrong. I mean, I get reports back from people saying, oh, well, I can't, my business page or my Facebook profile got shut down. It took me 6 months to get back. I mean, I got an email, I think it was yesterday or the day before, from a guy that I really love, who's one of the podcast launch kings, Jamie Atkinson, who's been off Facebook for a while. Reason being, because they closed his account, right? Out of nowhere. And he hasn't done anything wrong. There's no infringements. There's no strange stuff going on or anything like that. He is 100% pure white as snow, as far as I can see, on what he was doing. But randomly, they just booted him. And this can happen to anybody. The platforms that you run your business from are not your platforms. Unless you happen to be listing Mark Zuckerberg, then, hats off to you. Well done. You've done a sterling job there. But seriously, and I just feel like I'm beating the drum so many times with this thing, but the only thing you truly own is your email list. It's not your YouTube subscribers. It's not how many people follow you on Instagram. It's not how big your Facebook group is. It's not the amount of likes that you get on your TikTok videos. It's none of that, because those things can go in a snap, right? And I just did that purely for effect, snapping my fingers. I hope that came across. Your email list is yours. You earned it. You got it. It is something that you can actually download onto your computer and print out. And I feel like I've said this so many times, but it is that important, because no matter what, nobody can ever take that away from you. And let's just put a thing in there as well. Just in case, make sure you download your email list as a CSV file, right? If you don't know what CSV file is, go to export your list and it will give you an option for a CSV file. Do that once a month. And the reason why I say that is because even your email service provider could go down. I feel like this is like doom and gloom stuff, but it's not. Seriously, it is protecting you and building your business, right? So protect your email list, but grow your email list. So rather than sending people straight to an affiliate offer, send them to a page where you can offer them something of value in their minds and their eyes in return for their email address. And you can go out and find all kinds of things that you can send to people to get that in the first place. It could be you could rebrand a PLR product, which is someone else wrote it, and you can buy the license to it and you can send it out to people, right? Like PDFs and stuff like that. You can create your own PDFs. You can do a book. You can do a checklist. You can do a how-to guide. You can do a help video. You can do a how-to video. There's all these things which you can create what we call lead magnets, which is something which stands in front of the actual offer that you are going to then promote. Does that make sense? I mean, there's been this whole bunch about different funnel builder software right now. And to this day, I've only seen one person, right? And I get emails like 200 to 300 a day. I've only seen one person actually do this right. Guy called Chris Fong. I hope he doesn't mind me putting this out there. But he has actually put something together which helps people with a particular product. So he's giving something away which is going to help people when they get the product. And he earns a commission then, right? So that makes sense. And I'm on Chris's email list. I'm pretty sure Chris is on mine actually as well, so it's kind of funny. But that's the point that I wanted to put across today. Build your email list, because that ultimately can help you build your business. I mean, Spencer in his video earlier on, he mentioned the fact that he sent one email out and made $6,000. I mean, that is some serious money. Doesn't matter where you come from in the world, you send one email and make $6,000, you sleep well that night, right? That's it. Simple as that, that. And to some people, that is over a year's wages. Right? So those people which earn that in a month or a couple of months, just count yourselves lucky here, because you don't know how good we've got it, right? But that's going against everything else. But point is, build your email list, look after that email list, don't spam them with shit, and stuff that you wouldn't actually use yourself just to earn a fast buck, because you will lose the respect, you will lose the trust, and you won't get sales going forward, right? So that's just me having a mini rant there. But anyway, I am going to log off. I've still got a couple of days worth of journey to go. So I've got about, another 550 kilometers to drive tomorrow and then get another boat. So I'm going to make sure, he says, honestly, hopefully, I don't want to break the chain, that I can get another podcast out for you tomorrow. If I don't, then, I should be super upset. So my partner's actually just literally sent me over some details that I can get premium Wi-Fi on the boat going over from Toulon to Alcudia in Mallorca. So fingers crossed here. I don't want to break the chain. Been doing this every day since May. And I really appreciate you guys listening. And, I hope you take some value in what I'm doing. I hope you take some inspiration for how I'm doing it and why I'm doing it. And the reason why I'm doing it is not just for personal gratification. It is purely because I know if I share my knowledge with people, they can have success. And I truly want to impact as many people as possible. I mean, we had Sharad on the podcast yesterday, and after we'd finished the recording, we talked about how he can grow his business. And, I put some things to him, and he was literally like, man, that's so good. I have to do this. Okay, right. So I'm gonna, Sharad, if you're listening to this, I am holding you accountable. Remember in my message I sent to you, it says, I want what we discussed to be up and live by the 15th of November, right? And I'm going to come looking for you if you don't. Only online, of course. I'm not really going to come looking for you, but still. Anyway, so that is it. That's going to be the end of today. Again, super appreciate you guys. If you are listening, please just drop a review, okay? The reason why I ask these things, like drop a review, drop a rating, subscribe, is because, like everything, podcast lists, rankings, or whatever it is, charts, yeah, that's it, have an algorithm. So if I can climb that algorithm up, then I can get the podcast into more people's ears, which means I can help more people. So you can help me to help others. Yeah. So it's this, paying it forward almost, if you like. So the more downloads I see, the more people I see listening, the more likely I am to keep going with this thing. And you will benefit from that because you are actively engaging and therefore spurring me on. Okay, I think we just hit like 12,000 downloads or something like that, which is super awesome. I wish the stats were better. I really do. On podcasts, the stats aren't great. They don't tell you how many subscribers you've got. They just tell you how many downloads you've got, and then some sort of chart position for a category or two wherever in the world. Anyway, I will finish now because I do feel like I have rambled along plenty enough and I need to get some sleep. Right, so I do appreciate you guys, and hopefully we'll catch up with you tomorrow.